Hi there, students. To cut in. Well, the general meaning of the phrasal verb to cut in means to interrupt, but we use it in various different ways. So, for example, my friends were talking and I cut in to tell them that it was about to rain. I interrupted. Can I just cut in at this point and make a few comments about what you've said? Okay, so to interrupt. In the old days, when people were dancing, maybe a man would cut in on a pair that were dancing. Do you mind if I cut in? And then he would continue to dance with the lady, although I think that's very dated now. Or maybe you're driving and a car cuts in front of you. It pulls very closely in front of your car. Yeah? Or maybe there's a junction and a road and there's lots and lots and lots of traffic and you cut in. So you come in and you enter this with a very, very small space. And maybe the car behind goes beep, 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 beep. Yeah, to cut in. Notice as well, if there is a queue, a line of people waiting for something. In British, it's very bad manners to cut in, to take a place in the queue that doesn't belong to you, to queue jump, if you like, queue barging. He cut into the queue. He cut in front of me. Okay, what about other meanings of cut in? Well, to cut in can also mean to start operating. So the air conditioning cuts in at 18 degrees centigrade. So to cut in is to a machine that starts operating automatically under certain circumstances. When the voltage exceeds 250 volts, a voltage reducing system cuts in. It begins automatically. Yeah, but this is normally for a machine where under certain conditions the machine automatically triggers. Yeah, so the machine cut in, the machine triggered, if you like. There is also one other meaning, to cut somebody into a deal. So, cut me in. Okay, give me part of the action, give me part of the profits. As you've helped so much with this project, I've decided to cut you in and give you some of the benefits. This is a very informal use. Okay, is to give somebody a cut, a percentage of something. Then you cut them in. So to cut somebody in, to cut somebody into something. So let's look at transitive, intransitive, separable or inseparable. So it's rude to cut in when people are talking. Intransitive. It's rude to cut into a conversation. It's rude to cut into it. So when this interrupt is transitive, then we use into and it's inseparable. He cut into the conversation. Let's see, when you're driving and somebody cuts in, that's intransitive. He cut in front of me. Okay, so in front of, or he cut into the queue. He cut into it. So the same applies. When you make it transitive, you use cut into and you put the pronoun afterwards, inseparable. Okay, when a machine operates, it cuts in intransitive. It cuts in at 12 degrees. And let's see, to cut somebody in or into a deal, I cut him in, separable. Okay? So let's see, what about formality? I think all of these are fairly informal. I think to cut somebody into a deal, or to cut somebody in, to give them a percentage, is the most informal. But all of these we're talking about a for informality, something like that. I would use them in casual conversations, but they're not really good phrases for academic writing. So let's try and give you some more formal synonyms. It's rude to cut in when people are talking. It's rude to interrupt. A car cuts in front of me. Maneuver dangerously. If you cut into a queue, I would say to queue jump. Yeah, to jump the queue. When a machine starts operating, it cuts in. It triggers. And then to cut somebody in, to give them a percentage, to give somebody a participation, to give someone a percentage of the deal. Okay? So, to cut in. There you go. By the way, remember, cut is an irregular verb. Cut, cut, cut. So don't make a mistake with that one. Okay? So, I think it's probably time for me to cut out, to stop. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. To cut in.